Akwa Ibom House of Assembly retains powers to investigate financial irregularities. Gets commendation from Policy Alert over Commission's independence. Audit Account Committee charged to wake up. New Federal University saga. Udom is acting as the governor of Ona. Itainang is quoted on that one. Talking about the New Federal University saga, that drama brewed yesterday. Udom is acting as the governor of Ona. Itainang is quoted. Accolades as Governor Emmanuel inaugurates Ikoto on a flyover. Bad times for corrupt NDDC contractors and officials in Akwa Ibom. As social action commences, tracking of NDDC operations. That's also something you find on the Mail newspaper this morning. Above the masthead, Uyo Council Helmsman bags Logma 2021 award. To be honored as one of the best performing local government chairmen in Nigeria. Well, you find this and much more on the Mail newspaper this morning. Well, let's begin to share your thoughts right here as we begin to look at the issues also.
All right, where do we start? We start from your local government?
Well, just before we go to your local government, we got someone on the phone. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Uh-oh. Well, you're going to try to get back with us and make sure you got it.
Let's start with the seat of government. You know, you're the capital of Akwa Ibom State. What else can we say? When you have a local government chairman that gets into office, inaugurated in December last year alongside others, and in first 100 days he performed what a lot of people have not. I'm yet to see what others have done, and then who has beaten that record in 100 years.
In 100 years?
In 100 days, sorry.
Oh, okay.
He raised a 23-room office apartment with 3 registries and fixed it up. In fact, if you check, it wasn't even up to 100 years.
How much of impact does that have on
decongest and then
the lives of the people under the local government?
Now, when you go into a local government office where you see people squatting, some sitting on the floor, and then you decide to set up to erect a building to accommodate them, that is one thing. And when you have a 23-room apartment with 3 registries that can give room for 3 different marriages at the same time, that's commendable. Apart from that, he went to the health center and got the borehole functioning.
My concern all the time, if governance doesn't make an impact on the lives of the people that you govern, I have a problem.
If the resources are there and they have the right people who have the interest of the people at heart, then you see the dividends of governance. Okay. But when you have paucity of funds and you stifle them and they cannot move and they cannot perform the way you expect. So that's what is.
Well, good morning, Yugee and Charles.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Joe from
Joe.
Good to have you join us.
Good morning.
Joe, why are you
Yugee,
sir,
I have a lot to comment on this. First of all, since they say charity begins at home,
okay.
Let me take the one that is very close to me now. I want to first of all commend the chairman of Uyo Government Council, Dr. Onidimo Udo. He's a man of many parts. He's a man that knows his onion. He didn't just got into politics by chance. He was prepared for leadership. And if you check, he has a background. So some people, the other parlance would call a second address. He has a background, a very thoroughbred background at that. So I must commend him. And you see, he's a very proactive person. He's a workaholic. So that award is a well-deserved award. You know, before the commissioning of the Economic Flyover, he was always on his toes, working, creating that synergy, was synergizing with the state government.
Exactly.
And there was harmony. I was doing everything, ensuring that there was a smooth inauguration of that flyover. Because that flyover is domiciled in Wales. So I must commend him. I must urge him to continue to do what he knows how to do best. He's a great guy. Thank you for having me.
All right. You just stayed on the Uyo and then you're off. I thought you had another interest somewhere, but
because he said charity begins at home when he started.
And then he left. Now, talking about the Ikono bridge, on Friday, the bridge was inaugurated by His Excellency, the former President
Chief Olusegun
Obasanjo. And before cutting the tape, he said that having a successor, he actually told Governor Odoemano that having a successor was even more important than having a successful administration. As a good succession plan, according to him, is part of the success of any government. Now, those key words made me to think again.
I'm concerned about those words, and I'll tell you why I'm concerned about those words.
It's not you be or having a successful administration, but having a good successor.
But that's the problem.
Now,
that's why people pay attention to who takes over from them
against the lingering
what
issue.
You leave on the ground.
Who is going to take over from you? Now that you keep saying that I don't know who is going to succeed.
Why should I be bothered about who takes over from me as against
of having
how much of impact
it's
I
continuity.
make?
You may bring somebody who will not key into your
Why should
ideas,
I bring somebody?
and then leave the project.
It's a democracy.
I know government is
I shouldn't be thinking about who succeeds me.
But
It's the people should be thinking about
who takes
who
over,
comes in
not
next,
you.
who's going to be able to
It's the people's
continue. It's
business.
not my choice to make.
Calm
I
down.
shouldn't be bothered about that.
Calm down. You guys are sitting directly opposite me. Calm down. Just
No, for real.
I am not in I am for no one. I'm for
No, we had that story. We'll see the parade.
So what I'm saying is, if Olusegun Obasanjo is having concerns about who should succeed him, not about how well he has performed. Now let's have a think. You see, when they say elder speaks, you have to think very well. Could it be true that we should be bothered about who is going to succeed His Excellency Governor
The
Odoemano?
electorates should be bothered about
That's their
that.
job. That's why you're
Not
getting your
the
PVCs.
governor.
That's why you're doing all that.
This is where we are having issues
When
that
the
you are
governor
seeing.
gets, when the governor gets concerned,
Emergence of
when the governor gets concerned, the issue of selection now becomes a possibility.
Okay.
Because you want to by
Yeah,
all
and
means
maybe,
put somebody there.
We can be having
this
issues
why
with
the
nepotism.
Get concerned about it.
Could
Election
this be,
happens.
Is this why we're having this issue, like this lead banner on the Mail newspaper, Cuba 2023 breaks Akwa Ibom spiritual fathers into 5 actions? Is that why we are having sons of faith? We're having fathers of faith. We're having
Daughters.
Journalists of it, like you mentioned.
somebody posted that one on social media. Hello.
Thank you for joining us on What's Popped on the Papers. Good morning.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Could you turn down the volume on your radio a little bit?
Okay.
Thank you.
I've done that.
All right. What's your name?
My name is Victor and I'm calling from New
All right, Victor, just walk away from where the radio set is so we can have a healthy conversation. Go ahead.
Okay, I just want to bring to the notice of the studio if you are aware that the House of Assembly Committee on Boundary and Conflict Resolution were in Okobo local government yesterday on the spot assessment of to the 2 affected communities that were fighting early this year.
You have something to tell us about that?
Hello?
Do you have anything to tell us about that? We are aware of it.
Yes, what I want to say is that it was a right step in the right direction, but something that wasn't too good was when the committee came, those who actually owned those properties, like some of the bond properties, the houses, were not seen, usually at a mammo, to actually take stock of what's lost. So just looking at taking pictures and.
But you said it was a right step in the right direction, right?
Yeah, it was the right step in the right. It was the right step in the right direction that the House of Assembly could go to see things for themselves.
Maybe I will not hold brief for them. Maybe they will do a revisit of the area now that you have raised the concerns. Okay, thank you. All right, thank you.
The extent of damage done.
You just imported this headline that you're discussing.
Hello?
You just brought in this headline. You know?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Not on your airline newspaper, and I felt it should be something that should be discussed, not only when
points noted.
On people on gun-known men are killing people.
Okay. Don't allow this thing that almost slipped through my mouth.
Don't let it slip, please.
Are you part of them? See, leave this conversation, please. Just good morning. Bye bye.
Hello?
Victor, thank you for joining us. All right, I appreciate you.
Okay.
We got your contribution. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, well, 8:31 on the clock. Can we round off on that and move on to another paper?
Okay, we can move on. Don't worry. Just leave it that way. The way it is.
Let's leave the spiritual.
Yes.
Why are you so bothered about this?
Yugee has issues with the spiritual
concerned.
Let me know.
Let me tell you my
where
concern.
your
Okay.
concerns.
Let me
are.
tell you my concern. I think that
We're
religious
praying. Yes,
leaders
he always says that all the time.
should focus on the congregation, on impacting the right ideology in the people that they shepherd. If you get that right, you wouldn't bother about who becomes governor.
I believe,
For instance,
I believe we
let
had
me
a
tell you my
conversation.
concern. Let me tell you my concern.
conversation.
This is a Bible
Hold on. We had a
that is
conversation.
very, very, at least
religious.
98% Christians. At least 98%
Wrong
Christians.
perception.
That's the
I'm
thing.
saying,
See,
I'm
You
saying,
have
okay.
a wrong perception
I'm saying
about the fathers of
90,
faith.
I don't
We
have
were here.
I don't have a wrong perception.
These two
98%. If
I
these people
read
focus,
the aims and objectives of
people
fathers of
focus
faith, and
on
you heard it.
reading it and acting it are two different things. We wouldn't have the issues that we have in society if religious leaders play their role correctly. We wouldn't have the issues we have.
What if the
We wouldn't be
congregation-
talking about
No, I'm not
corruption.
talking about
if
the religious leaders
lead-
or the congregation themselves. I mean, it's one thing for your
The
religious leaders to
congregation
be,
chooses
you know,
to hear
you
what they
choose
want
what
to
you
hear.
want to hear and how you want to
how many
act.
of our religious leaders are paying attention to what matters, as against becoming making the churches, for instance, where you now preach business, finance, money, and money. How about morals? How about values? How about showing that you're a Christian in the office space, in government? If you're in government, for instance, these people in government, they attend churches, they go for Thanksgiving.
Yugee, let
How
me
many
just-
people speak the truth to
Let
them?
me just look.
Back in the day, I
Let
mean,
me
we
just
had
put this-
prophets. We had prophets
Let me-
in the Old
let me-
Testament,
let me-
and we saw the roles that they played.
Let me
They spoke truth to power.
let me
Why
reiterate.
is it hard?
Let me reiterate the words of Obasanjo so that you take it home today.
Okay.
In quotes, your success does not stop with your economic and social development to your people, but it will be measured by your succession, because success without a good succession is hollow.
Should he?
I pray
the
and
government be
pray and
bothered?
pray again that
Should
you
the
will have
government
a
be
good
bothered about
succession.
succession or being successful, or
With his
being
tenure, yeah.
remembered when history comes playing that in his time this is what he did?
Can we go to another paper?
This talks about succession is
No, it's tiring. I hate it.
yeah.
Because it derails.
It's
It
tiring.
derails.
You-
It derails developmental conversation.
yeah, definitely.
Yugee, let me tell you.
It's not political.
We're about to move on. But we were about to move on.
No. I was just playing. See, you know, what disturbs me most
What's that?
in governance, when it gets towards re-election time, or maybe a fresh elections, you keep hearing, "I'm waiting for direction." Direction from who? Is this
And
from
when you
God
be given
Almighty?
powers, like we talked about that yesterday.
My response would have come in vernacular, but I don't know how to say it in Ibibio.
Don't try it.
I don't know how to say it in Ibibio. It would have come in vernacular. But let's move on.
Let's move on to the straight newspaper this morning. Talking about dispute from the Kwaibo Church and the United Evangelical Church, the dispute. Why we can't come back together. QIC trustees quoted on that one. Another news headline in red. Floods of fury. Agony, damage in a Kwaibom. There's a picture there of some flood and it's really, really disturbing. Another headline, anger over reign of nepotism in Akwa Ibom State. That's on the back page. Talking about the Ikoroku Ikono flyover, the burden reliever. That is on page 13. And then checking just above the masthead this morning, there's an editorial, indiscriminate disposal of waste in Akwa Ibom. In Uyo rather, that's on page 5. And then finally, don't act Udom-centric, honor-centric. Itainang bombs. That's on page 3. So there's a word like Udom-centric now.
What?
And honor-centric.
Honor.
Honor-centric.
You pay me for that. Honor-centric.
Honor-centric, better. It sounded like it looked English because there's a centric
I'm
beside
I'm
it.
just going to call up my friends at Oxford and Cambridge.
That's what you looked English.
Merriam-Webster also. I think it's time for new words. We need it. But okay, so Charles, let me ask, because you've been here for some time. Why do we, in every administration, have new words? You remember in the last administration? In fact, there was a study.
Of infrastructure.
No. There was a study of. I'm not going to say beyond that. You know what I'm talking about, right? But let's look at this drama from yesterday. Senator Tainang and the comments about the Akwa Ibom State, the Federal University of Science and Technology, that's supposed to be cited in Akwa Ibom State. So there was a statement credited to him saying that university would be cited in Ikodabasi.
Yeah.
Right? And then, just before the end of yesterday, there was a statement said to have been signed by the Commissioner for Education. It circulated yesterday, saying people should just ignore, discountenance Senator Tainang's statement.
It was a 5-point statement. So altogether 6 paragraphs, but the intro and then the listed items there. So which one really intrigued you?
It's not anything in particular. I'm concerned.
Okay,
I'm concerned about playing. I'm concerned about playing politics with
Senator Tana came into
development.
came into Akwa Ibom, was it a week ago? Last week, and then where he addressed journalists and that's
over the weekend.
Over the weekend, that's where he now made those claims, according to him, that His Excellency did write to federal government, suggesting the sites of that university.
His Excellency, which of His Excellency?
Emmanuel, choosing Honor. Now, refutals and counter refutals have come up. You see the statement credited to the Commissioner for Education, and then you've also seen the position taken by a research and advocacy group that's demanded eyes. Now, those guys, looking at it, let's weigh the two options, the two sides of the coin.
Okay. Senator
Tainang, as a citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and as a Akwa Ibom person, has every right to talk, right? But if he's making allegations without proof, there are certain steps and actions that should follow, especially to those who do not like those unpleasant comments. If he's accusing the governor of trying to lobby to cite
the university
in Onna, has the governor no right to lobby? That's on the one side.
So many other persons have also
if he's also coming to say, why take everything to Onna? He also has the right to air his views as a citizen. But going by the statement released by the Ministry of Education,
signed by the Commissioner,
yeah, does it clear the doubt?
Does it debunk those?
Or debunk, yes, that there is a plan of moving it to Eket Senatorial District. But where in Eket Senatorial District, according to the statement credited to the Commissioner, it's not known. Now, Tainang is quick to say
Ikodabasi,
that he has from full authority that the governor wrote. Now, I think it's time to say, Senator Tainang, prove to us that His Excellency did right.
Yeah.
Let us see it. And if His Excellency did not write, let him come out clear and say, I did not.
Right.
We are all from Akwa Ibom, so we have interest of Akwa Ibom. But
I don't think that the statement credited to Idong Estate, but that's the Commissioner for Education actually clears that up. I don't think so, because I read that.
No, it did not. And also,
it didn't respond to that.
When we have groups come out quickly to say, look, you are an agent of disunity and this and that, fine, we know it's we know it's always controversial. But the issue is where. No. Let's even go back. When this issue filtered out, when the federal government did pronouncement that this university has been given to Akwa Ibom State, what happened? The social media went agog.
Everybody calling for
people
it to come
calling
to
the local government. You should come to Ini. You should come to Eket. You should come to here.
Charles even said they should bring it to you.
No, I did not.
I mean, I was going to say that.
I did not. Check out. Why
I want it to be in my own.
Why didn't?
In all honesty,
why didn't groups come out to label people with names when people were calling? It should be in Pareni, should be in Uyo, should be in Itiam, should be in Anwa, should be in
maybe the reason the groups are coming up now is because he mentioned that the governor he mentioned alleging
there is no need unnecessary tension. We don't need it over issues that we should be celebrating.
That's
right?
That's the price.
That's what happens when you play too much politics. You derail from development.
It's a good thing that we're having a school coming. Does it the location matter? Okay.
Good morning, Samuel.
The last one we had, what happened?
Samuel from Uyo, we have you. Talk to us.
Hello.
Yes.
Good morning, Samuel. All right, good to have you join us. Quick. What's your reaction? Which of the headlines?
My reaction.
Sorry about that. Feel free to call back.
All right. Remember the numbers 0700-1069-0902-225-5088. Let's quickly look at a few reactions and then we'll come to Charles and look at that paper you got quickly. John Mbo says, what's popped on the papers? Religious leaders calling themselves fathers of faith or sons of faith should withdraw themselves in the issue of politics because it's an issue that they themselves ought to use scriptural backings by orienting Christians in churches to select leaders that are competent, reliable, and void of party godfathers, and go all out to vote a leader. And if a leader is not competent enough to meet the yearnings of the people, they have the power to vote them out of office, no matter the party. For the Bible says, when the righteous is on the throne, the people will rejoice. It's unfortunate that in this 21st century, bridges and roads are celebrated when it's the primary objective of government to provide infrastructure, and when they can't, they are voted out of office. This is democracy and not a totalitarian system of governance. Also, electronic voting should be accepted because Nigeria can't be going backward, but upgrade the system to suit a credible election. Well, that's your reaction. Pretty lengthy. Thank you, Stanley, for joining us. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you, Yugee. Good morning to you, the lady that is Charles. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
All right, quick, Stanley.
Yeah. Because you see this matter of who will succeed and who will not succeed. It has to be because it has been a recurrent event in Nigerian politics. And it's not really helping us in any way at all.
All right.
I think politicians and leaders should focus on what they are meant to do. Focus on what the citizens have put them there to do instead of thinking of who is succeeding or not. You have your own administration. Go through it, make sure that you succeed in what they want to do. Forget about the person that wants to come in to have his own agenda and everything. There's no way you have me to succeed you and you will not be influencing me with your own ideas and all of that. It doesn't really make sense. I think it's a better way for us to grow as a country. It's not really helping us at all. We've done it over the years and we've seen the recurrent actions before.
All right.
Sorry?
All right, Stanley, we got your point. All right.
Yeah, so we should stop it. We should focus on. One should focus on its own administration.
Gotta let you go. Thank you, Stanley. Well, quickly, let's look at that paper. Global Pilot.
Yeah. Okay, the lead banner says, you have made me and your people proud. Obasanjo tells Udom. And EFCC court acquits Paul Usor of 1.4 billion naira fraud case. Industrialization case. Oil. Excuse me. Akpan United inches closer to trophy with away draw in Port Harcourt. New Technology University Itana is a political crisis contractor. This is coming from Group. New breed targets. AKSG shows on intermediate education system. All these commercial stories that are being littered on the Global Pilot pages. Come and pay for it, man. Come on.
Noticing how you started
So let's sift them out and then take them one after the other. Okay. Let's go to the Global Pilot. You have made me and your people proud. Obasanjo tells Udom. Now, we have been dwelling on this story, but let's come back and look at the reality. You just read a comment there on the WhatsApp page, or is it Facebook?
Facebook. Yeah.
Now, if somebody is saying there is no need to celebrate construction of bridges and then maybe construction of roads, Ugo, COVID-19 struck badly last year, and it almost disrupted the completion of that project. But thanks to God, it has come to fruition. people applying that route now that have not been there before. Have not maybe have had opportunity of applying that bridge.
I have used.
I've used
the
so
flying.
how do you say it? But you can't doubt the people that were given the contract to. So now we have every cause to say thank you for completing it. True.
Thank you for doing what you should have done.
No, not forget.
Thank you for doing what we voted you into.
No. Thank you for completing it, not abandoning it.
Thank you for doing
that's their
what we pay our taxes for.
That's what I mean.
Okay, have you sat down to imagine for once how much it costs to throw a party for commissioning? Because I think that's what happens every time you gather people. Oh my goodness! That's money. That's money that could have done. That's money that could have invested in another project,
in another community. Maybe
you sit here and then complain about somebody waking up in the morning to see somebody come dig up gutters by the side.
I have a problem,
and then doesn't complete it.
With
pretend as if he's not the one that did it, and then the administration finishes.
It doesn't mean that we wouldn't hold somebody who is not doing his job. Do you understand?
How many?
But then, in other parts of the world, you sleep and wake up and you find that construction work is done. They don't throw a party and say commissioning. Why are we hell bent constantly on spending taxpayers' money to I think it's too much.
Where are you coming from?
I think it's too much.
Where
I'm coming from the mental point where I think that we do too much, and that's the reason that public office holders see themselves most times as God, because we come around, we dance, we celebrate, we twist our waist and dance.
Highprayz, I think you're connected in spirit. When you're in Rome, you behave like what?
So
I don't want to indulge you there.
You behave like the Romans. I agree with you. So we could have stayed killing twins in this part of the country. We could have stayed killing twins. Why did we allow marriage less or change that for us? It's our way. It was our way of doing things. We could have stayed tying banana leaves.
Did we actually finish the headlines?
Why did we begin to wear clothes? We could have stayed with traditional African cultures. Why did we become Christians? Why did we accept it? We could have stayed with our way of education. Why did we accept?
There's so many wives coming from you today.
Can we discuss Akpan United?
We could have said to them that when they came to Nigeria, they behaved like the Nigerians.
Akpan United is closer to trophy with the way.
I'm happy for that. I am happy for them.
You listen to
those
Charles.
Are the people that we should be clapping for.
You heard
they're making us proud.
Charles, who the highest goal scorer there, who has 12 goals to his credit, he says he has a mission to complete.
Good.
But I hope he's not going to be selfish. When he has an opportunity of scoring, but he should leave it for the other.
He wants to become the highest goal scorer.
Not at the detriment of the club.
Make him not go do this one now.
May not try us.
No matter what they do at this point, bring back the trophy.
Yes.
That's it.
That should be.
Bring back the NPFL trophy. They should do that.
All right.
That would be a way of saying, government, thank you for investing heavily in us. That's it.
All right,
let's look at the reactions. We've got to go right now. Morrison Naji says, good morning, Yugee and Yugee, Highprayz and Charles.
Good morning.
I want to share my opinion from Sahara Reporters. Nigeria Broadcasting Commission wants us to call bullets, groundnuts, call gunshots, fireworks. Sheikh Usani slams new directive. And your reaction, Morrison, you say, just the way the media refers to Hertzman attack on armed citizens as clash. The government is only asking them to do more. I knew he was going to come for us.
Now you see the reason why I asked that caller to stop it. I don't want to comment.
I see. Okay. This country is honestly heading to. Okay, you say honestly heading to destruction. So the NBC wants mainstream media to be practicing. It's his opinion, says he wants the media to be practicing cultism by pronouncing bullets as that of a common.
No.
Okay, no.
How does it sound? You listen to news early in the morning. The first 8 minutes is talking about killing, slaughtering, and everything.
My concern is not even about the stories. My concern is the way we garnish the stories. The way we, in the bid to embellish the story, begin to give credits to these insurgents, counting scores, like they say on the streets, for them. As against looking at those who have been affected by this and also thinking of how what the stories we're telling affects them. How it affects the memory of the people that they've lost also. That's why I think that the media misses it most times.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're quick to make the story sound big.
So should we toe the line of NBC and then ignore the stories and total blank on it?
No. Even the NBC is not saying ignore the stories.
Yes.
The NBC has not said that.
Okay.
They've said be professional. We know the ethics and ethos of what we do. Stay on course with the ethics and ethos. Nobody's asking you not to report that there was an attack in a community somewhere.
Can I bring
They're
up one
saying
issue?
do not glorify.
Don't
make the attackers look like. Don't make the attackers now look like pros.
They lost their lives.
There's a parastatal somewhere. Yeah? That anytime you hear there are so many, about 5 ships laden with petroleum product, what comes to your mind? Scarcity of oil is coming up very soon, right?
My goodness.
Pardon you guys.
Nobody
should quote me.
Editor Nakanimo says, so Nigeria police can arrest Sunday Igboho so fast, but bandits, leaders, headsmen leaders, and Boko Haram leaders are still terrorizing Nigeria for years now.
Yeah.
But Nigeria police cannot. Yeah. Abbas Yama Ukbong says, good morning, Yugee and Charles. Oh, called you Barrister Charles, by the way. Yeah, I didn't know you had a law background.
Wow, you've been
degree.
upgraded.
You didn't tell us about it.
You just got a degree for free.
Are you Kanayo's law school mate? Or you called to bar at the same time? Okay. Says, I want to congratulate Uyo local government chairman for his great work and diligence to serve the good people of Uyo government. Kudos to him. Secondly, I'm not in support of what the former president said about Governor Udom having a successor, because he's speaking as if we're not practicing a democratic system of government. It seems he's the one electing the successor. Which one is called for? Thank you. Okay. Ivoma Bonga Kerite says, good morning, Yugee, Charles, and Highprayz. My reaction is from the division brewing among religious leaders in Akwa Ibom State as a result of the 2023 governorship. To be honest, no religious leaders should be involved in politics, because politics corrupts the mind. It will make them deviate from drawing more souls to Christ. Instead, they will be looking for worldly things like money and fame to benefit from. But that's the much we can do from Facebook this morning.
On WhatsApp, Queen Jane says, good morning, Yugee, Highprayz, and Mr. Charles.
Good morning, Queen Jane.
My reaction is on the headline that talks about cultism in Waniba. It should not be centered on one involved. I don't see any reason a leader should be involved in cultism activities when you have people that are looking up to you. Please, anybody that is caught should be properly punished. That's what she says.
Okay.
And then Michael Briggs says, good morning. The spiritual father should rather focus on their spiritual obligations. Although religion has become the opium of the society, should religious leaders be allowed to choose politicians? This is how we spiritualize everything. Religion and over-spirituality is becoming a big issue in Akwa Ibom. Wondering what the future holds for the people who have abandoned their brain to religion. Spiritual zombies everywhere.
So Briggs from Udodoma. Odoma, rather. Thank you for joining us. Well, that's about the match we could do this morning. Looking at the papers, time ran too fast this morning. I mean, that's literal definition of time flying first class on the show. Okay, well, Gospel Mana is right here. We've got to switch off to something else right now. Gospel, it's Tuesday. It's public holiday.
Yeah, it's a public holiday though.
I was thinking you were going to come around and come with some. You decided to bring it to the studio
with pepper soup, because my voice, I'm needing it.
Okay, I think that has to be done once I return.
Is there any community where they're sharing free food today?
Today?
Really? I'm interested.
No, not really. But I think some schools, I think they are doing it today.
End of session.
Yeah.
Look at me now. What am I doing? I'm traveling.
So I think free food, free drinks, will be there.
Where's your child?
I will just claim that I'm a parent. My child is not okay. Can't come. So I can't just stand in for him. That's my already.
You
see what they do.
All right, before we get carried away, what is he doing? Let me bring you back.
Okay, me tell you Jimmy Zero. Highprayz Mbobadi.
Video call.
Okay, you're coming up. Okay.
Upcoming Highprayz.
Idiot Charles. Okay, we talk about Miss Zero for the friend you do also nang Bakura Macalis going Tuesday. Adamadi can gang you never been a young friend young code de mobile. Anna, young in I could run and I come Manjao Doko, now fair Lucinedo, now meet a code. I am very many book on say by saying one of them was in a fion, but I made your old sin if you made up, gave you tiaba, is 1,000 about made up, make it. A young middle girl's power, made one by Nam Yara, and talking with fancy about Fleming, Edemebo me. I do a idea on what I can do to miss on it on campaign, some been them would have more assisting for them what. mfene miedo ede mebo mfene miedo ke ogwa ngo tam se ke sinam go obo usok ese di kuang nyama mo mfene ede mebo mi mbadang to ibu ne ko wa fi nado e mai nam no tam market ni to so ngi market obo abangan no so se ke na ede me so ni kama ka se ne left over e be ne siusan ke mfene ina manyesio die ne ko mo ke me don go ga ngo sa ku ruwa e di ku ruwa ba ke do ke Sunday ya isi nam osiunyam osoka ne isi do iso osoka ne isi e ka kaidem yen mfenemi ke ta yu mkbonga ke sedo sene ne ogante elisa no sen holiday esi onge sesi mfenem te elisa no sen mfenem enya mo soki don mfenem ese kana nyene se mkbonte mi bit ibe ma sabanga mfenem tete ibe nka ke ingwang e buni ngwang ado mboko fa gbe ni ngwang ado bu ko ngwang ado agbe ko nyon odi dem o ka gidem mfenem agbe nyon ado ikoro yub mfo o ko kutubo yub agbe nyon ado ayen mfo o miya wo mfenem mbe ma se kpo mfenem ke sana ndetare bi ogante elisa no sen holiday ke kedam ke yo sedero nda de se kedam o sene mintro ake sero mba to kendo do me oku ngase sem ba ngando tamay song yidong e bi ogante priest irarado kane ini neme ye mention sio ndadara ndo tamay isong yidong mo ke se kama ke yum bongo me sem mangdo kombonde ke sere do ki ko ba se ki ba ke fe de ke se ekpono mempo yon e bud mempo ndre bono de nanyo se sio Sunday nam de o sanga sanga se de ka o fo ba se ke bongo ka me na membo e de mebo anyo se ke se sio nam una muyum o ka yinwang o ka o dua me rocky dem o even body kon fu ko yen me moku mi ya kan ni ufang don yen ena ngamen du tama ado na ke sanam isong ngoro do bono ke mem na ke na mo yang se believe yang na mo yang se nam ke yo e sedero yen ke do bo yo ke mbong na yang se mana aka iso mfene mi do ke mai kuenge mfene dem mbong abi se de mi e mai se song age ama ngado mbong do nyana ma di yang ke mbong do se do song bom mfene e mai nam tama de mfene me we e tam mi wang tam mi mem boy nam mfene mi di sana e kuenge e de musenero anyo ngale tama fene ke se kama ya so sangan tru ukit ado bong ma de nyana ma di ondo do mfenem ke anang e god mfenem mi nge urabum ki ko na mfenem ndiene udanya mfenem do udwa ulonam anya mfenem ke anang lan ndien oron god mfenem ki kong ebe wodi yangam nam tum kanga din ebe di ka ke ibibio ma be go mfenem nge de mobo ndien uranya mfenem ke de mebo ta urama ki wang mfenem ado urwa de mebo idine anya mfenem ndien urwa fiansat anya mfenem fiansat ndien urwa ifa atai anya mfenem ifata yada ma sang ke osong yogente oron road asu woka market wo junction ro ya ke kado ifa market so nyam mfenem sion mbo ya bang do me matang bo ke mbo ni dia mbo se fede woni ke yele do ni dia idagami ke ni dia di isu wete tindion ke fa gen sion dada agbena ante mo nyon ro ya ke de kimfo aben dok ade ke dong mo fo Thursday Friday so sen ni sen ba bang do tam do yen tam bu go mbo ya ke do ya kan do ya ke dong ma ya ke bem mbam do ya ke nam audio ngotong banam ya gospel wa dia bang sang andi ni kanan do tami do ba nyong ben nam ya gidong midong me we fe frewo e di yong ba na no tam kan do ba ado no ben ka nya na ba ado sangar ba dia mem bondi dia yen song ele ba so kai so ba ngotong no focus to XLFM anyang me do gospel wa mana make me good prince GP nyem se me do phone comment radio Paramount Roller walk his royal majesty on radio lo sanan jak teman dim bomber from radio 7:30 PM makale kun 3 bibi bo ma nyam kan kai taba bo yo ke mina edap medu I'll be right back on your radio gospel wa mana says bye bye.
I'm sorry. Just before you go, I heard you talking about Holy Day. I heard you talking about priests today.
Okay. It's like you are much interested in all this.
Yes, now I am. I am.
Okay. You know, before now I'm in this part of the world. We never had something like religion, like Christianity, going to church. All was
the same thing I was telling Charles the other time.
So we were worshiping all those things. So today was set aside as an holiday.
Worshiping
idols.
We were worshiping God in our own way. We were
in our own way. Pattern. So we had our own.
God.
So and today was set aside as an holiday. You don't go to a farm, you don't go to the stream, you don't do anything today. You don't shout, you don't make noise, you don't disturb people, you don't beat your wife.
That's typically like the Sabbath day, right?
Yeah. If you have been beating your wife, you don't beat your wife, you don't make noise, you don't shout. Anything that would have made you lose concentration today, you don't do it, so that the priest can carry out the assignments. He
needs some calm and quiet to be able to communicate.
No, don't beat your wife any day at all,
so that you don't interrupt network. Yeah, I get it.
And the flow,
I get it now. I get it. See, I don't know, but maybe there should be one day when you just connect right back to your roots, and maybe. try to communicate with God the old way.
Okay.
I just saying, just maybe.
Just thinking.
I'm just thinking. Thank you, God's power, man.
You're welcome.
We're going to take a break right now for some commercials. We got more music coming through, and I told you, man. Inside the 9 o'clock, you get a chance to win 2,000 naira this morning. If you can remind me of what we talked about on the Wake Up Nuggets earlier this morning. Yeah, remind me of the Wake Up Nuggets exactly. It was a very short line that I dropped today. If you can remember, if you listened at that time, you get a reward for waking up early on the show today, being a public holiday. Stay right here.
106.9 powered to XL. Welcome to Red Villa Luxury Hotel.
Oh, thank you. Can I have the penthouse suite, please?
Excellent choice, sir. That will be...
I said it. This place is finer than my pocket.
Excuse me? Not at all, sir. We have rooms that will suit your pocket.
Madam, my pocket size is light too.
Light pocket, medium, or mega pocket. We have what you need.
Just like Airtel, with data packages like 200 naira for 200 megabyte and up to 3,000 naira for 10 gigabyte. We have the right fit for your pocket. So dial *141# now to pick your size on the network with the widest 4G coverage in Nigeria.
Hello? Does this room come with free breakfast?
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Dear listeners, it's tough times for everyone right now. Everywhere you turn today, you hear or read about COVID-19, a new type of coronavirus that is causing chaos, many illnesses and deaths, and crashing financial markets globally. This situation has become so frightening, and it shouldn't be so. If you take simple precaution, as prescribed by the World Health Organization and the Akwa Ibom State Ministry of Health. Please don't get into fear, worry, anxiety, panic, and stress mode. Stay positive by focusing on preventing the coronavirus and protecting yourself and your loved ones, which is the best you can do at this time. Here are some important preventive measures. Don't shake, don't hug, don't touch. Don't touch your face. Keep your hands from eyes, nose, and mouth. Wash your hands well with soap for at least 20 seconds every time you touch something or somebody. If you've not touched someone or something in 20 minutes, wash your hands. My brother, my sister, if you've not washed your hands in the last 20 minutes, please get up and do so now. If you have sanitizer, use it very often. Avoid crowd. Keep to yourself. Avoid that gathering. This is the best time to be on your own. Put some distance between yourself and other people. At least 2 meters is recommended by the Nigerian Center for Disease Control, NCDC. Drink a lot of water, and frequently too. At least take a sip of water every 20 minutes. Cover your mouth and nose with a tissue or your inner elbow when you cough or sneeze. Immediately dispose of used tissues. Clean and disinfect tables, doorknobs, light switches, desks, keyboards, toilets, faucets, and sinks. Your phone carries lots of dirt. Clean it often with disinfectant. Take a bath every time you return home. Try not to repeat your clothes without washing them, in case they picked up some airborne virus. Most importantly, maintain a positive mindset. This is a message from EO's premium urban lifestyle music talk radio, XL 106.9 FM.
Live from the heart of Uyo.
All right, let's hear it.
This is the Super Breakfast Show
On XL 106.9 FM.
106.9 FM.
You play Tuesday.
Oh, na, 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 yeah. Bada bang, bang, ay. Yo. Yeah. Five-star music. E-money. Hey, you're my hero. Oh yeah, come make we talk again. I need more of your love again. With me there's no holiday. Oh yeah. If you talk, say you go come again. This love take away my pain, but meet me if I fall again. Oh yeah, something sweet on my mind right now. Oh, fit to wait again. Not even a day. Something dies on my mind right now. Oh, right now. I no go fit to wait. I no go fit to wait again.